Perched at 7.3 in the British aviation tech tree, the Sea Meteor F Mark III stands out as, in my view at least, the best fighter amongst its peers. Folded at rank 5 after the regular Meteor F Mark III, the Sea Meteor, known by some as the Sea Jesus, is a modification of its predecessor, featuring new and improved engines. As it retains those same large straight wings, the Sea Meteor is an excellent dogfighter, and having 4 nose-mounted 20mm cannons helps it dominate most things it fights. With the fairly recent changes to wing ripping mechanics, it has lost its previous main flaw and is now more dominant than ever. In this video, we'll be going over the history of this outstanding aircraft, as well as how you can use it in battle. As the Second World War entered its 4th year, both sides sought to push forwards the boundaries of aircraft design. The Germans increasingly sought more advanced aircraft to offset the Allied numerical advantage, and the Allies necessarily answered in kind. In this context, the Gloucester Meteor first took to the skies in early March 1943 with unreliable and short-lived de Havilland H-1 engines. The Meteor formally entered service in late July 1944, in the process providing the RAF with an aircraft that filled the role of the fighter bomber and the interceptor, which prior to this moment had been filled by different airframes. Its first kills came on the 4th of August 1944, when 616 Squadron downed 2 V-1s in one night, going on to down 12 more before the V-1 threat receded as Allied armies pushed deeper into France and the Low Countries, capturing launch sites. With the threat of the V-1s quashed, the Meteor was reassigned to training American bomber crews in Europe and their escort fighters in how to deal with the new German jet, the Messerschmitt 262. As Allied armies advanced into Germany, Meteors were moved to the front in Europe, where they were used in an attempt to bait Me-262s into confrontations, but to no effect. Ultimately, the Meteor was utilized in ground attack operations, destroying nearly 50 German aircraft on their airfields, using their high speed as armor against the German flank. In the late 1940s, as Britain returned Lend-Leased equipment, the Fleet Air Arm recognized the incapability of their eclectic collection of underpowered, flawed, and cripplingly outdated aircraft, and issued contracts for modern designs. De Havilland, Supermarine, and Gloucester, 3 of the largest aircraft manufacturers in the UK, all put forward submissions for consideration. Gloucester's entry was 2 Meteor Mark IIIs, modified to fit the requirements of carrier-borne operations. They received reinforced landing gear, an arrestor hook, and their Derwent 3 engines were replaced with the more modern Derwent 5, providing far higher thrust. Despite the modifications to an already adopted and well-liked aircraft proving popular among testers, the Sea Meteor failed to beat its competitors, losing out to the de Havilland Sea Vampire, which was later redesigned as the Sea Venom. The Meteor, however, continued its service with the Royal Air Force and the air forces of 13 other countries, becoming one of the most successful first-generation jet fighters in the export market, second only to de Havilland's Vampire. The Meteor saw service until 1982 in over 14 different models, including variants found in-game such as the F3, F4, the F8 with its shortened wings, and the Night Fighter NF-13. Its use in frontline combat, however, was phased out following the Korean War as it became increasingly outmatched by newer Soviet swept-wing aircraft such as the MiG-15 and even Allied F-86 Sabres. Seeking vehicles to fill this gap in ability, the RAF would eventually replace the Meteor with the Hawker Hunter as a fighter and the Gloucester Javelin as the primary interceptor. The latter a short-lived aircraft, as it itself was quickly replaced by the far more capable English Electric Lightning. As the Sea Meteor generally has a better flight model than most planes at and around its BR, you can afford to turn with the majority of things you'll face, especially the planes currently shown on screen. Your best bet is to prioritize two circle fights while trying to take them into the vertical, where you can make good use of your flaps at the apex of your loop. As long as you manage your energy, you're able to beat most aircraft you see. While some of these are closer matches than others, and some require you to get a little creative, they're all definitely winnable fights. As a special note, be careful around sabers, as they can easily outroll you. While a lot of planes will outrun you, especially in up tiers, there are a few aircraft at or just above your battle rating that will heavily outrun you. While you will beat them in a turn, they will rarely, if ever, take these turns, as they know that they can just rely on boom and zoom tactics to kill you. Your best chance at winning against an opponent like this are to try and force them to slow down. Failing that, you should try to be as annoying of a target to hit as you possibly can, which may give you an opening. When you have a shot against planes like this, take it. While you do beat most planes in a turn, there are a few, notably props, that do it better than you. In most cases, however, these are often much slower than you, allowing you to extend and play for energy against them. When it comes to the MiG-15 specifically, you have to take the fight in a very particular way. A MiG-15 will catch and outturn you, but you have one ace left up your sleeve, your roll rate. The base model MiG-15 lacks boosters in its control surfaces, allowing you to outroll it, which can give you the edge in the fight if you really play into that. While the Horton 229 won't catch you, it will still outturn you, so you have to keep outrolling it until you can get yourself in a position to kill it. While it is an amazing aircraft, the Sea Meteor can't win every fight, and there are a couple aircraft that do what it does, but better. These are found in up tiers, and beating them requires the other pilot to make a series of very bad mistakes that you must capitalize on. In Air RB, most battles play more or less the same for you, regardless of if you found yourself in an up tier or a down tier. I tend to bring between 15 and 20 minutes of fuel, and I recommend to stay low and straight after takeoff until you're going around 600 or 700 kilometers per hour, after which you should pull up between 10 and 20 degrees off the nose and get altitude. If you see any large bombers, such as B-29s, you might want to pull for a nice free SL and RP pinata before leveling out around the altitudes of your enemies. I recommend working your way down the enemy team, starting at the top in most cases. While you're doing this, pay attention to your surroundings and try not to end up caught outnumbered or third-partied. While you still have stock cannons, try to fire in smaller bursts, as Hispanos jam really easily. As said in the last section, keep an eye out for what aircraft you're fighting and try to deal with them accordingly. In ground battles, the Sea Meteor's only suspended ordnance is two 1,000-pound bombs, which both drop at the same time. Unless you get lucky with open-topped enemies or people bunched really close together, you're unlikely to get more than one kill with them, especially as you'll be facing a lot of heavy tanks around your battle rating. Your Hispanos have 37mm of pen, which means they're best used for strafing lightly armoured or unarmoured targets. As you're an excellent fighter, most of your work will be shooting down enemy planes, as you're well suited for it. As you don't have a radar, make sure to pay attention to the enemy air spawn so that you don't get caught off guard while trying to save your teammates from a PE-8. As the default belts are fairly hit or miss and your guns jam easily, you'll want to prioritize upgrading them as fast as possible. Start with the offensive 20 mils. As for which belt to take, give it a try to the air targets and the ground targets, and find which one you prefer. After the offensive 20 mils, go for the compressor, and then the Mark II year 1943s. We'll ignore the bombs for now, as you don't have enough to finish your base, although if you only intend to play in ground battles, then you can grab them. With your guns up to scratch, pick up the G-suit so you can keep up with those sustained turns with much more ease. After that, grab engine, cover, wings repair, airframe, and then fuselage repair. With your performance fully researched, finish off spading it with the EFS and the GLBC Mark IIIs. And that's it for the Sea Meteor. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you'd like to see more, drop a like, subscribe, and come yell at me in the Discord, link in the description. Fly safe.